Good morning, everyone. It's not the perfect type of day to do a lot of these projects, but it's okay because it doesn't matter if it's a little bit rainy today. I have to get these projects done. And it's all about homemade soap and these. I hope you stay tuned. I'm going home. Hi everybody and welcome back. So today we are going to be cleaning our globes and we are going to be working on our oil lamps. I know it's a little bit strange season for it, I can explain. And also I am going to be working on another project that's very old-fashioned, but it's something I like to work on. So these are my oil lamps. And generally these oil lamps are on in the winter time and in the fall, usually not in the summertime. But I have been dealing with such cloudy, rainy weather, and we don't use lighting like normal people do. So I've been using a lot of this oil and I need to clean my lamps. Before I make too much of a mess here, this is my favorite oil lamp and I love it with the red. This is bought this way. It's bought with the red in it. It's not food coloring that I added, but I do add essential oils to mine. And since we had such cloudy, rainy weather, we have these on in the morning. It just gives a little bit of light. Our home is very dark, but I like it that way. As far as we have dark wood walls, it's like a cabin. And so the oil lamps really do help me in the morning and in the evening. So let's go ahead and let's work on these lamp shades. I do use essential oil or candle perfumes in all of mine. It doesn't matter how much you put in my opinion. I have a lot of essential oils, so these were oils that I had that I didn't pay for. Through the years I've done a lot of product reviews, and so I have a lot of this kind of stuff. So what this does is it masks the kerosene scent, and when you blow it out, it has a really good scent to it. It doesn't really smell in the house. It just masks the kerosene scent. The oil lamps are finished and cleaned, and now I am going to start a fire. I need to get some water boiling really quickly. We are going to take some old linen that had a lot of stains on it, and I'm going to dye it today to make some beautiful 1800s type of tablecloth and different things that I use it for. You will find me doing a lot of unusual chores here on the homestead, and I like the pioneer chores. I like to do things the old-fashioned way. I'm getting a fire started here. It's very damp and wet, so it took me a little bit to get everything started. This is a grate that I use, not mostly for cooking anymore. I use it for all kinds of art projects. So once I get this established, then we will go ahead and dye all of these beautiful old linens. Starting a fire is not always easy when the weather is not cooperative. So what I did was I'm adding some of my walnut dye. I was using the tea, and there was tea bags in there, and it didn't give the color that I wanted. So we're going to use some of my walnut dye, which I did in a previous video last year when we were harvesting all the walnuts. I'm going to let it soak in this hot water for quite a while. And then I'm going to go ahead and do another batch of these old linens to see how dark I can make it look. I tried 2 different batches, and you will see the second batch here in just a moment. Now I'm going to go ahead and bring the kettle over, and this was the batch number 1, and it got really nice and dark. The water was boiling hot, and everything is finished. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to wring them out by hand. Yes, that water is hot. I'm going to wring it out by hand. I'm going to rinse it off. And now I have the beautiful cloths exactly how I want them. Perfect. It turned out an amazing project. So these are old cloths that were stained, and I cut them to the squares that I want for on the top of my jars. So this has to get really good and hot. Now I have some old-fashioned linens here. So most of it's cotton, which will dye really nicely. We're just going to let it soak here for at least an hour. As you can see, it's already forming the color that I like. This is the color that I want. I don't want it to be uniform in color because I want it to look like old-fashioned. So they're gonna all be different, which is what I want. I want them to all have a different look to them. Now you want to make sure they are unfolded. You don't want to have them folded. And now all we do is just wait. I'm going to use this with some old twine, and it's going to make beautiful covers for the top of my jars. It's an old way of doing things. It keeps the dust off of the lids of your jars. That's how the old timers did it.